There are constant events taking place in our world. Why? Many are running to leaders to understand what's going on. What will be the future of their kids, grandkids, and loved ones? Thinking men say there must be a change in our world or no one will be able to survive. Wars, disasters, starvation, sickness, poverty is claiming the lives of millions. Is this a setup? Who can be trusted? And who can we trust? I found an answer, and this answer been with us throughout the ages. The answers are found in the Bible. Welcome to Understanding Your Bible Prophecy Chronicles. Here is where you will find the answers.
Bring the beat in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was lost. Yeah. Baby, I used to do some things.
Means unmerciful. Did you know the civilized here has what? Turned away from the truth and is now not founded upon Jesus Christ the rock. 42. Amen?
Amen.
So what God is saying that in our world order, the church will turn away from Jesus Christ and man will be set up and his religion, his government, and it's going to be Luciferian. So the last day controversy is going to be who you worship. Church and state will unite. Martial laws will be forced. Martial laws will be forced, and they will force you to worship something that's not of God. That is our new world order. That's what's happening. So if you look at everything, it's chaotic in our lives. In our generation, things are very chaotic. Why? Because the Bible said the Antichrist power did it to bring what? Order out of what?
Chaos.
Chaos. When God set up his eternal kingdom, Daniel 2:44. We've been to what chapters, y'all, in Daniel?
2, 7, and 8.
Okay. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. So now we're about to look past our world. Is another world order about to happen?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's got to. Yeah.
Watch this. Now we just find out what's going to happen in our new world order. But God going to set up a way.
Eternal.
A new world order.
It's going to last forever.
It's going to last forever though. But man's kingdom has an end.
Yeah.
Now we about to find out the world order beyond our time. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all what?
These kingdoms.
These kingdoms. Right? Yes. All these kingdoms. And it shall stand what?
Forever.
Forever. Watch this. What will God's kingdom do to the kingdoms of men? James 2:44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a king. The Bible said Michael stood up, that great prince for the people of God. And upon him standing up, a great tribulation took place. A little time of trouble took place among the people of God. Right? And after that, plagues will fall. 7 plagues, 7 trumpets. We're going to touch on the plagues, the 7 trumpets. What is that? We'll touch on all this stuff, right? But upon all this stuff, and the kingdom shall not be left to another, right? But it shall break in pieces, and it stands forever. Yes?
That's a question. You mentioned the time of trouble. Are we in a time of trouble now?
You won't be sitting here. You won't be sitting up in here if you was going through the time of trouble. Why? Because some thug army will come busting through here to take us all to jail, to kill us. Period. Remember, in this new world order that we're going to go through, the controversy is going to be behind what? Worship. So it's going to be between
Saturday and Sunday.
the day of the Son or the seal of God. So, in Nebuchadnezzar's dream, God's kingdom symbolized as what? For as much as I saw that, what? A stone was cut out of the mountain.
Without hands.
Without what?
Hands.
So it wasn't made by man. God's kingdom wasn't made by nails and hammers and stuff, was it?
No.
How was God's kingdom created?
By the words.
He spoke it, and it was. So this mountain is what mountain? God's kingdom. The stone represents who? Jesus Christ. He's going to come back. He said, he's going to destroy all those that have what? Power to what? Destroy the earth. So everybody, so those, now watch, it's about to get hectic in this world. It's about to get very hectic, okay? So, without hands, and that break in pieces, the what?
The iron,
The what?
the brass,
The clay,
and
silver,
the
gold. The great God have made known to the king what shall come to pass. He showed Nebuchadnezzar from his time, past our time, to the kingdom of King Jesus. He showed him King Jesus' kingdom. He said, forget about a King Jesus. He made a gold food. So you're going to make a golden image. What that golden image going to do? It represented my kingdom. And if you don't bow before it, you're going to be tossed in the fire and furnace. So watch this. So he said, when you hear the song of the sackbut, the flute, music, syncopation. Music. So he used music. What else is the devil going to use in the last day to get the people ready to bow down for the walk of
music.
Music. Music. The devil going to use in the last day to get the people ready to bow down for the walk of
Music.
Music. Music. to use in the last day to get the people ready to bow down for the mark of the beast?
Music.
Music.
Amen.
Music. The devil going to use in the last day to get the people ready to bow down for the mark of the beast?
Music.
Music.
Amen.
Music. Music can control you.
Yes. Amen.
Let the beat go. And so what happens is it causes an imbalance in the mind where the person wants to rebel. Syncopation. You heard of the word syncopation?
Yes.
Syncopation in music is the off part of the beat that causes rebellion in certain parts of the brain. I studied music. Remember, I was going to be an engineer, so I had to study sound waves. Different sound waves, the way you manipulate the sound waves control the person's what? So I can create a beat that'll make you feel good, that'll make you feel mad, that'll make you feel sad, that'll make a woman want to give it all. When Trey Songz and them get up there, it ain't got nothing to do with just Trey Songz and how they move and how they dance and they move by. All that is a part of controlling.
Vanessa, y'all make some noise for Vanessa, please.
All you got to do, man, is you stand right there. And don't you look back.
When they take their shirt off and you see all the cuts and the tattoos, that right there is controlling the mind. And the beat, have you noticed when they talk in their concert, you have a little beat behind them?
Take this and you're going to wear this every day. You're going to wear this to sleep at night. You can't wear nothing else though, just this. So it's like every night we're going to be together, okay?
It's a nice little beat, and it calms you, it mellows you it makes a woman feel like it's romantic. So when they get up on that stage with him, and he's smelling all good, and he all oiled up, and all that, you just kissed a man in his mouth. You don't know what he been doing, and you know that Trey Songz is a part of that. Anyway. So they are part of this elite, and in an elite, you have to have sex with a man. But the music get up there, and the music, they get all calm, syncopation music. They drown in their passions and their feelings. Oh my goodness, they go home to their man, and that man don't have that matrix light. It's bright light, like Kanye would say, bright light. They don't have that bright heat. They look at them, they all dull looking. You know what I'm saying? Look at him like, stand you. I got flowers. Get your flowers. You ain't no Trey Songz. That's one of the reasons why there's so much problems in relationships, because matrix-like relationship. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. You're not gonna be looking like Trey Songz all day. One minute your breath gonna stink, your hair gonna be naughty, your beard gonna be naughty. One minute you're gonna be in flip-flops. You ain't gonna be this hunk all day long, standing there. And that's what they want you to think. It's a part of the matrix. It's preparing you for the new world order. It's called distraction. You go to a concert, you distracted.
You ain't thinking about God.
You ain't thinking about God. You ain't thinking about God when you go to a Beyonce concert. Beyonce is controlled by MK Ultra, she's Sasha Fierce, a demonic spirit in her. And so you sit there, oh Beyonce, oh my goodness, and it's a demon controller. And you know what she said? When she came to PNC, she said, bow down before me. And she said in another concert with her and her husband, bow down. People was like this. She said, I'm raising up a nation. What nation is she raising up? She's raising a nation to be slaughtered. Because remember, in the New World Order, it ain't, according to the elite, it ain't going to be what? A lot of people. So, can we trust the interpretation of this dream as it was revealed? From Daniel, for as much as thou sawest this stone, it was cut out of the mountain without hands, and the breaking pieces of iron and brass, clay and silver and gold, the great God has made known to the king what shall come to pass. He showed him the future. The king answered to Daniel and said, oh, of a truth it is that your God is the God of what? God. So, let's have a recap here. Daniel chapter 2, Daniel 8, and the Asher kingdom. Daniel chapter 2 revealed the head of gold. Right? The head of gold is who?
Babylon.
Babylon. We didn't see Babylon in Daniel 8, did we?
No.
Okay. The breast and arms of silver, we seen in Daniel 8, it was what?
The ram.
The ram. And it's the Asher kingdom of what?
Medo Persia.
The belly and thigh of brass, we seen in Daniel 8 was the what? Ego, right? Which is Greece. The legs of iron, which we seen was, which is the Western, the little horn that came up among the four. We ain't talking about the one, it's still the little horn was run on Iron Rome. That came up among the four out of Greece. Okay, the one that came out of the 10 that uprooted 3 is Roman Catholic.